All right, y'all, this is game 2 of Elimination Day. We lost this one in a nail biter, 15-13 to She Unit. So throughout this video, we'll go over strategies, opportunities, and areas of success.
That's fine. Overtime.
I called a 3 because the defense is in a 1-3-1. The Brinthia is playing inside out, so I figured that Maddie coming across in the drag would free up Chris for the corner route. The safety has no choice but to bail because Miranda's going to run a seam. Mariah's already given Bree a 4 to 5 yard cushion because she's nervous about Bree's size and speed. Now the middle linebacker's lined up over the center, so Chris should have leverage when it comes to the corner route.
That's double.
Chris inadvertently runs the wrong route. Instead of running the corner, Chris runs a curl. This allows for the middle linebacker to identify where Chris is on the field. Lacey is forced to make the read underneath to Maddie, and Maddie inevitably gets her flag pulled by Labrinthia.
That's how long was it running for?
The right read on this play. The middle linebacker is playing flat-footed. Lacey identifies Miranda on the seam and airs it out. The only issue is that it's just a little bit too much on the ball, and Miranda can't quite get underneath of it.
Did you shower at that point?
Another great play drawn up by Lacey. Miranda runs the hitch, and Bree runs the hitch and go. Both are open, but Bree is just a little bit further down the field and closer to the first down. I decided to run a pitch play to Lacey since there's not a no-run zone before the first down. This not only kills the throw clock, but allows Lacey to either make a play with her feet or by throwing the ball. Additionally, if a help defender comes down, Miranda can get behind the defense for the score. The help defender commits to the quarterback option, and no one accounts for Miranda, who's able to sneak behind the defense for the score. On defense, we're running a 2 high, 2 low, but it's disguised to look like a 4 across. Ashley's covering about a 5 to 7 window before she releases to Maddie and falls back into the flats. Miranda does the same with Chris over top for help while Lauren rushes. We're out of position with the 2 high, 2 low, but Lauren gets there so fast she forces Joe into an inadvertent throw, and with Chris coming across the middle of the field, she's able to pick the ball off.
Hurt like hell.
Now, I ran 5 deliberately to get the ball to Ashley. The idea was that Miranda was going to run a flat route and the linebacker was going to have to choose. But Miranda ran the route so well, she not only pulls the linebacker, she pulls the attention of Labrinthia at cornerback, allowing for Maddie to get open behind the defense for the score. It's less than a minute to go and Joe sends her receiver on a quick out route. Chris is there and is covering in the flats. However, Chris misses the flagpole here and allows for the receiver to run up the sideline. Chris doesn't pursue behind the receiver and is left with Maddie and Miranda to try to pull the flag. The receiver scores. She Unit decides to go for 2. Joe's going to have her receivers run crosses. The far two receivers on the left are going to cross in the end zone. The center and the receiver on the far right side are going to cross as well. The idea is to allow for all the defenders to chase. Joe has her receivers in a spread. The ideal response to this on defense is to run a 4-across zone coverage. This allows for the defender to remain in their zone and await any crosses from the receivers. The first cross happens here with Miranda in the middle. Ideally, her and Chris are supposed to swap receivers on the pickup so they both remain in their zones. The second cross is happening here, back shoulder, with Ashley and Bree. They're looking to run the exact same thing that's going on Miranda's side. As the center slips to the outside, Chris and Miranda both lock in on the far side receiver and are giving chase back to the middle of the end zone. Joe sees this opening and immediately targets her center. Chris tries to recover, but it's already too late because the center has established enough distance to separate herself. 2-point conversion is successful. With 45 seconds left, there's a window of opportunity to pass it to Miranda underneath. It'll give Miranda the opportunity to head up the sideline, considering Mariah has to guard Chris over top, and the linebacker guarding Miranda is too far away to make a play on the ball. Instead, we go for a little bit more yardage, and the pass is incomplete. Great read by Lacey and a great ball. If Chris makes this catch, we go up by 2 scores. Instead, it's a bobble. We go into the half leading by 1 touchdown. Now, this play was huge by Lauren. Joe draws her off the rush line with the hard count. Instead, Lauren falls into coverage, waits for the underneath, and pulls a flag when LaBrenthia gets the pass. For the second half, I noticed that none of the defenders were playing the line of scrimmage. The idea was to have pitch plays to Lacey, for her to make a play with her feet or with her arm.
Whoa.
After effectively moving the ball with those pitch plays, we deviated from that strategy. For the next 2 plays, they landed into an incomplete, and the last play was a sack. Our defense held strong and we forced a turnover. With 54 seconds left in the second half, we had the ball and one timeout. The plan was to go back to the pitch game, allowing Felicia to make a play with her arm or with her feet. I should have used a timeout instead to settle down the team and go over strategy to ensure our success. Lesson learned.